Right. Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to the final hour of our trading day today. It's Monday, November 21st, and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time. Uh, 2022 is the year. November 21 is the day. We're down 4 points on the
Eastern time.
Dow. We got nothing going on there. We were down a little bit and, not even a couple hundred points, and we've barely been up today. We're down 15 points on S&P. NASDAQ still down 116 points, which is 1.05%. It has been the leader of the downside today by far. It's been NASDAQ. Oil is only down 34 cents. We were down 4.50 a barrel this morning within the first 40 minutes of opening, and now we've come back to this level. Kind of interesting to see. 79.74 for oil.
Are my glasses in here?
Nope, they're not.
Never mind.
Okay, Jen. All right. Hey. So yeah, 34-cent decline on oil for now, but it's come back from that big drop. So welcome all. Thank you for these thumbs ups you're already hitting my account with. Thank you for that, helping getting some momentum here. On some of the stocks we're following, let me tell you what we're up to now. The Dow now showing a 10-point loss. We've got ATIP holding at 55 cents. All day it's been kind of up here, holding on to this 55 and a half cent neighborhood after starting this morning at 50 cents. The high was 57 and 460,000 volume now. A number of viewers of this channel have been nibbling away at this stock down here. I believe, my personal opinion, my personal hunch, there's a big short position on ATIP. I think a lot of speculators have been shorting it from $1.50, $1.30, all the way down to 45 cents, thinking it'll go down to 20 cents. They're looking for the end is near kind of a game plan. I think there's a huge short position that could be caught. Not that this is going to run the stock to $20 a share or anything like that, but I can see 150 a share on a rebound, maybe $2. That's my hunch. This is just my opinion. No scientific data, no guaranteed results. I'm just saying, I think this has been shorted too heavily in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and it might have a little snapback. It'll be most interesting to watch in the next few days if this stock continues a little more movement. Tesla 168.99, down 11.20 to 168. I think we're going under 150. There's stock coming up for sale from Musk. I am certain of it. And then I wonder about other executives who just are going to have cash calls. Perhaps a bunch of investors out there who are mortgaging to the hilt or margining to the hilt this stock. The lower it goes, the more pressure on them to cough up cash to hold their positions or sell stock. And I think that's coming. I'm sensing this. Apple 148.52, down 277. We can't get back to 150 right now. GameStop 25.16 with a low of 24.91, set only about 45 minutes ago. We are off 244 today, and we have not had heavy volume. 3.5 million traded. We're talking 850,000 shares pre-split. This is dead quiet. A serious drop, almost 10%, and on just a smidgen of paper. Not much here. 25.18 right now. 25.16. SoFi 485 and a half today at the moment. The low of the day today 480. All-time low on SoFi 477. Never has this company had more generation of revenue. Never had they have had as many customers. They're growing at a record pace. They're growing in the right direction. They're becoming a company that's about to turn the switch over from losing pennies a share to making pennies a share in each quarterly report, and it's going to keep growing. The stock is so behind where it should be based on its actual performance of this company. The problem is, I think, a huge ton of people out there who are speculating on this stock were margined up to the yin-yang. And there's just unbearable margin pressure on these folks from brokerage firms that are, they're not holding the stock with cash like they should be. That's just my guess. Maybe I'm completely wrong on this, but this stock really is way underpriced for what it's doing and how fast this company is growing. Um, but hey, I can tell you folks that I think this should be $15 a share, but what does that matter? It doesn't matter a damn bit. If the marketplace out there, the market participants out there are not going in to go long term on SoFi, then we're not going to get a higher price. I mean, it's a battle between those who want in versus those who want out. Right now, there are folks getting out faster than folks getting in. It's simple as that. Nothing more magical to it. I think anyone selling down here is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They're crazy, but that's not going to stop a seller from selling. HPQ down 29 cents to 29.19. Amazon down 198 to 92.16. Home Depot up $4 to 317.20. Cisco with an 8-cent loss at 47.70. Pfizer down 12 cents to 48.10. Netflix down 236 to 285.62. IBM is off 66 cents to 146.98. Microsoft up 122 to 242.44. We've got Vanik Vectors down 351 to 216.13. Adobe is down 880 to 321.99. This was pushing 355 last week, so it's off $34, $33 in less than a week. Goldman holding a 37-cent gain right now. We were down this morning to as low as 375.45. We're 379.60. We've had a bit of recovery there. Google down $1.82 to 95.98. Boeing down 96 cents. Moderna down 5.37 to 176. Meta 109.98 down $2. 23andMe down 12 cents at 287 per share. 287 a share. Rocket Lab down 29 cents at 4.30. Matterport is off 6.5 cents to 3.16. SmartRent 268.5 down 1.5. Spire down 1 penny to $1.32. And Sexter, I think, is pushing new lows. 196.5. We are about a dime away from the low. The all-time low was set today, 185.5, just around 12:30 today. But it's now 2.5 hours later, and we're back to 195.5. So a 10-cent recovery from the all-time low on Sextera. That's what we got going on here. Royal Caribbean down 63 cents to 58.06. We have Carvana down to 6.98 a share. 108 drop today. This is real trouble here. We've got Walmart up 174, Costco up 14 cents, JB Morgan up down 92 basically, Target down $5. We have Disney up 560, holding around 97.40, but it was as high today as $100.89. Can't get back up there at the moment. American Airlines down 19 cents to 13.86, and over at AMC and those APE preferred shares, you combine the two of them together, they're down 45 cents as a unit right now, and they're trading just around $8.61, something like that, give or take. Not great. The Dow holding a 4-point gain. We have no direction here. I am constantly amazed at how resilient the Dow has been lately, but I've been making note and taking note that this market cannot seem to have a big, fat, juicy up day anymore. It's now been over a week and a half. We have not had a real shot. We haven't had the big down day. I'll grant you that, but I think that's next. I think there will be slippage here as these upgrade reports keep coming out. We will get fourth quarter estimates, first quarter estimates into 2023. They're going to be lower. There's no way they're going to be higher. There's no way. Okay. Anyway, there you have it. Down 12 on S&P, down 110 on NASDAQ. Oil down 34 cents to 79.74. Marcus, thank you for thumbs up number 50. I appreciate it. A lot of you lurkers out there following this channel, I so appreciate you. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you're just a lurker. Please do that. We love having subscribers join us and be part of the family here. It's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all who have chosen to become members of the channel to really back up this channel, keep me on the air. I so appreciate it. Those of you who've become Chilling with Uncle Bruce members, putting in about $10 a month for that, thank you. And then those of you who stepped up to the gold bagel level, You guys are incredible. I thank you so much for that $25 a month commitment. But for that $25 a month, which is $6.25 a week, what do you get for that? Oh my goodness gracious. Not only do you get to comment on this show with these folks over here, generally speaking, but you get to use the knee emojis. You also join me every morning, probably around 8 o'clock Eastern, about a half an hour before I start the show with everybody here for the Trade Alert Show. And that's where we talk about what happened overnight and what to watch for first thing in the morning. That is exclusively for Gold Bagel members. And then Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern time, prime time with this guy, Uncle Bruce, 8 o'clock in the evening, where we don't have any markets getting in the way. We can just chat and talk. You can ask me whatever you want about your account, your option positions, your thoughts, and we can go over some strategies together. This is a very helpful show. 8 o'clock Wednesday nights, prime time with Uncle Bruce, just and only for Gold Bagel members of this channel right here. And that is the payoff that Gold members get over and above the regular membership. It is actually 6 extra shows a week more, 24 shows more than if you're a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member. So thank you for those of you who've joined the Premier Club here. I really appreciate it. Between you and the Chillin' members, this channel stays on the air, and I thank you very much for that. Please become a member today and join in, and please join the family. We are having fun here. I bought 100 SoFi, says Lorraine. There you go. The downside of GameStop, says DH Ruta, the premiums just won't drop enough when you're $2 out of the money. Number 51, thumbs up. Thank you. Just give the time. Let time do its dirty work for you. Time will depreciate. Mr. Premium of the option. Howdy. Sold a cash secured put on GameStop. Expires next week. It's $24 strike. And I got $1.44 for it. I'm going to take this deal. Okay, rock and roll. We've got septic pumping. I got 100 SoFi as well, 487. And I got some CYXT, says Richard Carlin. $1.87. I scooped some. White Feather. I bought 200 ATIP. Now I got 2,900 with an 80-cent average. Now there is exactly what I am talking about here. I've been talking about this all morning. This ATIP. If you guys can pull it off to buy enough of these cheap shares down here to get you under a $1 average, holy moly, a 150 price, $2 price on this stock, and you guys are laughing. This could be huge. The other thing I think about with ATIP is once this breakout happens, the other direction, when the shorters get caught, they can't borrow any more stock and they have to cover. This stock goes up 5 cents per trade. It just goes up, not by pennies, it goes up by nickels. And this train is going to leave the station in an awful hurry to head down the road a ways. The road back to $1.50, $2 is not that long, actually, because I have a suspicion that it is way oversold, way overshorted. It's technically way oversold, that when this stock starts kicking, it's going to kick real hard. Again, I can't make the guarantee that it's definitely happening, but boy, I see all the signs after all these years of being in the business. This stock is heavily shorted right here. There are potentially millions of shares short right now on ATIP. They think it's going to a quarter. They think the company's going to do a 10-for-1 rollback, or whatever they're thinking. They're thinking the worst. What they're not getting in their heads is the sales that the company generates, which is $750 million, 950 odd locations, the largest outpatient center in America for physiotherapy, a waiting list of customers who are trying to get in for physio. They're on a hiring spree to hire as many of the therapists they can get their hands on. And I think this is going to continue for years. I think this company is going to be 50% larger, 75% larger a couple of years down the road, with new employees, additional locations, tons of customers, and the power of volume to pull out a profit. And we'll go from there. That's just me. Again, it's my personal opinion. You do your own due diligence. You think about it. But I think this stock is susceptible to a squeeze to the $1.50 range without any real fanfare. And we're at 54 at the moment. There you have it. All right, there it is. DJ Louis sold 25 cash secured puts for February 6th premium. All about it. Okay, DH Richard Carlin, 3 weeks for $2. All right. Sell my house fast. I am number 66 on that thumbs up meter, Bruce. You're getting to 100 today. Market closes Friday at 1 p.m. apparently. Lorraine, thank you. Richard, yeah, DH, that sounds about right. Let time bleed out here. What else we got here? The Credit Savage of Wall Street. I got me 100 $10 SoFi contracts that expire January 2024, Uncle Bruce, adding to my 5,000 shares. I mean, these are $10 contracts. So you bought 100 $10 contracts. I'm either going to do the money dance or going to go on the welfare Christmas next year. We'll find out. So, okay. So that's 10,000 shares under contract on options. And then the 5,000 shares you get. Splair, I think I start a cooking session while watching the show with Black Forest smoked tofu. The name was fancy, so I bought it. You know, Karen, number 73. Karen, number 73. Thank you so much, Karen, for popping in that thumbs up for me. Deep value. It hit SSR on GameStop today? Question mark. Did it hit it? I don't know. GameStop hit a low of 24.91. I thought we're at 25.07 at the moment. 24.86 actually has been hit. And it's down 9.1% at 25.07. Add another 23 cents to this. It must have hit 10%. It must have hit it already. So it must be on SSR right now. Short sale restrictions. DH Yahoo is reporting 4.1 million shares short on ATIP as of October 31. And I'm thinking in the last 2 weeks, we've added a lot more to that because the stock broke the dollar barrier and has been down here. I think there's been a pile more piled on. And again, that's Yahoo reporting. And, we know how you can short, how the shorts get done. And sometimes it's not reported properly and on it goes. In any event, I look at it this way, at 50 cents a share, this company is valued at about 100 million. I think it's worth a lot more than 100 million. I think that each location that they have is $1.5 million. And that puts it at 1.5 billion. Or was that right? Yeah, 1.5 billion. Even if each location is worth $1 million, that's 950 million in location value. Just $1 million per location. Yeah, I am kind of thinking that this is a little too low. Richard, 24.84 was SSR for GameStop. 24.84. We only got down to 24.85. So again, I'm just guessing here, like you are, trying to look at the percentages, and I kind of looked at it and went, if we traded at 24.86, that was 14 cents below 25. We're now 13 cents above 25. So that's 27 cents from here. That's more than a percentage point. 896 here. So it's awfully close, isn't it? I guess it's awfully close. Credit Savage, I paid 51 cents a contract, Uncle Bruce, and it was the low of the day when we bounced up. If SoFi goes up to $8 by the next earnings in the first quarter of May, I'm going to be laughing all the way to the bank. Wife got 1,000 more ATIP, by the way. Interesting. Yeah, you're gambling on SoFi to get close to 8. It wants to go to 10, even better, of course. You got these $10 calls. Obviously, these 10s could be trading at 80, 90 cents each if the stock wants to go to $8+. I mean, we've seen it do it before. But yeah, it's frustrating to see SoFi down here. No question about it. All right, Richard Carlin, according to TD Ameritrade's numbers, apparently Richard's saying that the stock is just that close away from the 10% rule. Right now, it's not at the 10% rule, and so can still be shorted right now with market sell orders. Interesting. We're down 6 points on the Dow Jones market. We're down 12 on the index for S&P, 107 for NASDAQ. And oil is down 34 cents. That's what's going on. The Federal Reserve, the Governor Daly figures that benchmark interest rates could go above the 5% level if inflation data keeps coming in hot. And I've heard up to 7. I've heard more than this. I've not heard as high as 5. I've heard be well beyond 5 up to 7. And if you get a 7% Fed fund rate between the Federal Reserve and USA banks, and then they turn around and lend you money when they pay 7, you're going to pay 10. And if you want to get a mortgage, depending on the mortgage broker and the mortgage market, rumor has it 10 to 12% interest rates on mortgages are entirely likely by springtime 2023. That's the word. And that will and cannot help but even crush the housing market more. And that's kind of what we're wondering about here. I'm asking, is this going to happen or what? Interesting stuff. Of course, the business in America, all businesses in America, most large publicly traded companies can afford to have in-house analysts and in-house financial specialists to guide companies along with regard to their cash balances. And it is not an uncommon thing to have a public corporation with thousands and thousands of employees to have a finance department that are attunedly interested, very what's what I'm looking for actually, incredibly well versed in the US bond market and banking sectors. These folks are tasked with the job of monitoring the corporation's debt loads, interest levels they're paying for debt, what interest levels they could incur if they were to seek debt, and at all times advise the board of directors, the CEO and the board of directors, what credit lines are always available to the company should the company want to raise cash for whatever reason they need to raise cash for. If the company wants to raise money to do a stock buyback, there's an interest rate for that. You want to raise money to build a new plant, there's an interest rate for that. If you want to build, you want to take over another company entirely and finance the acquisition of a competitor, there's an interest rate for that. It's a very complicated deal. And there are a lot of full-time people who do nothing but analyze. These analysts will analyze these markets. And so, we have a scenario here where most of corporate America in the last 10 years has raised a lot of money. Corporate America has raised a ton of money in the last 10 years at very low rates until 8 months ago, 6 months ago, when things picked up. And so a lot of corporate America's companies out there are they're not cash poor. They're not maybe cash rich, but they're sitting pretty. They have very cheap debt that they've locked up for quite some time. They're in no need to raise desperate amounts of cash right away. They have very easy covenants with which to live by to maintain their loan portfolios and loan obligations. And then there are those who aren't in quite that shape. And the thing now is, and this is why it's such a big deal with the market, you constantly hear analysts out there talk about where the interest rates are right now, where they're headed, and how long will interest rates stay high. If we're going to top out at 5 or 6 or 7% for the Fed funds rate, the next question on everyone's mind is, we know what the upper level is, so how long could we stay at that level? And the reason they ask that question, why, how long, is because as each quarter goes by in time, more and more corporations are going to come up to the point in time where they're going to need to renegotiate their loans. You may have, like, for example, the cruise lines, Carnival, Norwegian, and Royal Caribbean. They all have debts in bonds outstanding that last from 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5, 6, 7, even up to 10 years. Well, as each year goes by, all of these bonds are 1 year closer to being renegotiated. They have to be rolled over, just like U.S. government debt is rolled over. The 2-year debt the United States issues, the 5-year bonds, the 10-year bonds, the 20s and 30s. These after a while, have to be rolled over. So this week, there will be bonds rolled over for the US government that were issued 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and 30 years ago. And every week, the same thing, because every week, the American government goes to the bond market to borrow more money, to roll over old debt into a new series of debts going forward. The interest rates are higher this year than last year. The United States government last year was paying 1.5%, 1%, half a percentage point. Now they're paying, as you know, 3-4% plus in interest rates for the same debt, same kind of money they were borrowing for half a point last year. Corporate America is going to run into the same thing as each quarter passes by. And so the markets begin, the equity markets begin to speculate which companies on the S&P 500, the Dow 30, the NASDAQ 100, which of these guys have to come to the market first for the most? Who has to come to the market earlier than someone else for even more cash to roll over old debt or acquire new money or what have you? And this is the big game that's going on, the big wonderment in the bond market, the bond pits, and also on the equity side. The analysts out there are going to say eventually, well, company ABC has to come to the market in 3 months to roll over 5-year notes they issued back then when they got that money for 1.75%. We estimate that in 3 months, when they roll over that whatever amount of money they have to roll over, it's going to run them 6.5% or 7%. Based on that calculation, we have calculated the annual interest expense of this corporation will go from where it is now, it might be $8 million a year to $18 million a year, or $22 million a year, or from $100 million a year to $180 million a year, whatever the number is. This is where analysts get paid the big money, because these guys are going to tell their stockbroker overlords, guys, this company is now going to be paying $2 million a day more in interest on their debts, and in 6 months they're going to have to roll over another bond, and in a year they got to roll over another one. And by the time they do that, based on current rates and estimates on where rates are going and where they'll be by then, these guys are going to be paying $5 million a day more in interest. Just thought you should know. Now, on 90 days for a quarter, every 3 months, 90 days, $5 million a day, that's $450 million out of the profits of the company. Now, if they make $28.5 billion, they're going to make $28.05 billion. They're only going to make $450 million less. It's not going to kill them. But if they only make $1.5 billion in quarterly profits, a third of that's coming off for interest. Now they're down to $1 billion in quarterly profits. The PE multiple is going to be affected. And here's the problem, because if the PE multiple is at 18 now, the estimate from the analyst is by doing nothing, just by being the same guys, selling as much as they sell, making the profit as they make profit, the margins are the margins, the employees are the employees, the rent is the same, everything's the same, except those interest charges. This 18 PE multiple company is now going to be a 26 PE multiple company, because they're not going to make as much money next quarter. Their quarterly profits are going to get chopped off by higher expenses for interest. This is where the street goes, wait a minute, we're paying too much for the stock. This stuff's trading at $48 a share right now at 17, 18 times earnings. And those earnings are going to, that PE multiple is going to go 50% higher. This stock is perhaps 25 to 35% too expensive right now. We got to get out. I mean, that's where the analyst might go. We're taking a buy recommendation to a hold recommendation, because we never say sell. So we say hold. Or market or sector perform. We'll call it sector perform recommended. That's called sell. And all of a sudden, the smart money starts writing call options in the money, $5 below what the stock's trading at. They write call options good for a year for big premiums, and let that option expire to nothing, and that protects them against the stock's drop, perhaps. Or they buy puts. A lot of mutual funds now will buy puts against the stock that they own, so they don't want to sell the stock, but they're going to buy puts to protect it. All kinds of stuff is going on. That is what happens going forward with interest rates and predictions of what rates are going to do and where we're going to be at. There's a lot to wonder about here. Okay. What else? Let me double check here on some of these comments. Thank you, everybody, for these comments today. The SSR. Okay, here we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I picked up Untamed Viking. I picked up another 800 ATIP, and I've dropped my average down to 170 now. Slowly whittling down the average. That's what you got to do. Alex, evening all. I am number 60 on the thumbs up. Mandu, number 5. I'm number 80. Coyote bought puts on GameStop last week. Sold them today. Good times. Alex, in the end, I bought 100 SoFi at 483. I think my average is down to about $10. Been buying it since the IPO days. Right on. Zach, Coyote, well done, sir. Splatter, hiya. Took a yellow chill. No, I took a yellow chili. It had the half volume of an egg toast. Tasted it. It had to cough a little, land in the meal. I have no idea what he's saying to me. He's got something exotic going on here. He's got to do a cooking channel maybe. Anyway, one of my 2 GameStop puts looks like it's almost getting filled here with a $48 gain. JR, I think the options trading has gone to your head. Adam, get exercised. I got exercised on my covered call, says Adam. All right, but I got lucky. Virtually no loss when I bought back in. Won't be taking chances again, though. Rolling over from here on out. Lesson learned. Very interesting. Splair, I'm fine. I'm loving that you can cook while trading. This option stuff works. This is great. Can't Coyote. I very seldom buy puts, but I did last week on GameStop too. Sold all of them earlier today for extra cash. How about that? Well, the stock down, down 245 here has made people money on their puts, no doubt about it. If you went long on puts, they've gone down. If you rode calls last week, if you rolled over, if you did GameStop rollovers up to 28, 29, you are laughing now. You are grinning from ear to ear because you rolled your contracts from 26s to 27s or 27s to 28s or 25s to 26 and a halves or 27s. They're all out of the money. Those calls are all out of the money now. And you wrote at high-end pricing. Some of you folks wrote calls on this channel, and you were telling me you were getting between $5.5 and $7.5 premium per contract. I have a suspicion none of those contracts are trading at those prices anymore. They have come off, and this is looking fantastic. I love it. Way to go. Coyote Kent, the selling always comes through here. Coyote, I rolled 26 and a half up to 29, taking money in every roll of the way. How about that? Yeah, not bad at all. If this thing keeps dropping, if this GameStop goes to 24, then what you'll look at doing is you'll buy back your 29s and write 27s. Same strike price. You'll just bring in more money. You'll do that and keep adding to your balance. Alex, do you expect a further move down this week on Gurus or more trade sideways? I'm expecting the market to take a dump, the full-blown entire stock market. I'm waiting for a dump, a big one. Whatever the excuse you want to use, I don't care. Call it whatever you want. Whatever the excuse is, I couldn't give a crap what the excuse is. I'm looking for a sell-off. And I feel shares that we follow will be sucked along in the vortex. And so if GameStop goes to $22, every single one of you guys who have written contracts, 24s, 25s, 26s, 27s, 28s, 29s, 30, you're all going to be loving life. It's going to be good. So yes, going to be good. Hi, Rugman and friends, says Larry Titus. I am thumbs up number 82. Thank you, Larry, for hitting that thumbs up button. Zach, rolling in the river, baby. Rolling in the river. We are at 84 thumbs ups. I need 16 more, and we've got 100 thumbs ups. Thank you all for coming through for me today. Yet again, to get me to 100 thumbs ups on this show. We're within 15 now of hitting the triple-digit number. Keep those thumbs up rolling, folks. Thank you. Keep your eye on all the stocks we're following here. ATIP is up on a down day. We're up 1.8 cents at 54.3. Tesla's down 12.45 to 167.74. I would not be surprised if Tesla grinds lower all week long. It's a Thanksgiving weekend, Thanksgiving week with no trading Thursday, half a day Friday or whatever it is. So I can see Tesla at 150.55 this week without too much fanfare. I know for a fact that every single viewer of this channel that has been following me, where I have said to you, begged you guys, write Tesla calls and bring down your price, your call option prices, write significantly lower calls and take the extra cash off the table. You've been doing it. It's paying you well to do it. I'm very, very pleased. Now, some of you may have written calls in the 180, 190, 200, 210, whatever level. Some of you folks have written calls quite a ways forward. You've gone out 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10, a year. You might be getting to the point, maybe today, tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll see how this reacts. Once the shares keep, dropping this 160 level, 158 level, some of you folks are going to be out of the money quite nicely, and you might be able to write a closer in time contract at a slightly lower strike price that you have now. So you might be able to buy back your call that you wrote last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago for big money for substantially less, shift escalators and write another call for the same money or more at a lower strike closer in time so that you come back now. You don't need to be writing further out in time anymore. You're writing closer in on time so that we play this game all over again. If you've written a 180, 190, $200 call, and now you take a position $10 lower, something like that, $15 lower towards the price of the stock, closer in time, by coming closer in to the market, you're going to get a higher premium. But coming closer in time, you won't get quite as high a premium as if you were to write a long-term call. So it's a trade-off. But your call that you wrote, that's 8 months to go, a year to go, has come down. And so you're going to scoop that back at a lower price, write a call to replace it that has 4 months less life to live, 3 months less life to live, 6 months less life to live. Perfect. That's a good move. Now, if the stock wants to go up again and wants to go back to $200 a share, and you've written 170s or 175s or whatever, that's okay. You're going to buy those back and write 180s, 190s, 200s. 6 months, a year out, you're going to go back out again, and you're going to take the big premium, more money for you, and your cash balance is larger, and you've just extended the time again. We're very easy going around here. We know Tesla can move $50 up and down all the time. So we go with the stock. The stock tells us what to do. This option writing is kind of fun, isn't it? 93 thumbs up from Spicy Arnold. Thank you, Android. Spicy Android, thank you for number 93. Coyote, stock runs, you'll roll up and strike and out in time. Stock declines, you'll roll down and strike and in on time. Boom! Up and out, down and in. Yeah, baby. That's it. It's called downshifting on the old Volksy. You go from fourth gear to third gear and third gear to second gear. You don't even hit the brake button. It's lovely, lovely. Nick S., I am number 96. Bruce, you are 4 away from 100 now. Thank you all. I see 98 now have come in. We're only 2 away from 100 thumbs ups because of the greatest viewers YouTube has got. They're right here. They're nowhere else. They're here and nowhere but here. Thank you guys for your support and your following of this market and this channel. I appreciate it. Coyote, downshifting. I like it. Yeah, we're downshifting, baby. Rev it up. Let's go. I represent 3% of the thumbs up, says DQ. I've found every device in the house and I've given you thumbs up. So you got to love that. That is dedication to the cause. Can you imagine if all the other viewers did that? I'd have 270 thumbs up, just like that. I mean, I'd be up 300. That's incredible. Thank you, DQ, for your help, and everybody else here for hitting that thumbs up button. 105, look at that, 105. People are finding cell phones under the couch cushions, and they're going into their glove boxes in their cars, and they're finding devices there, and they're firing them up and hitting thumbs up buttons. Some people are turning on, God forbid, their desktop computers and hitting the thumbs up button. Oh, my gosh. The dedication is unbelievable. I appreciate this. 106, 107 thumbs ups. We are on our way. Flying through 100 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Triple digit yet again. Defying the odds. Thank you. I appreciate it. Keep them coming in. Look at that Dow. We're down 58 points. 20 minutes to go. It's not like a bloodbath. It's just a 58-point drop. We're down 17 on the S&P. We're down 120 on NASDAQ. It will not come back. And NASDAQ is off almost 1.1% today. Now, if the Dow would like to join that, we'd have to go up 8 points. We'd have to go up to 400 down points for the Dow to equal NASDAQ right now. That's how far NASDAQ is down, and the Dow isn't, interestingly enough. But, each market has its own little group of stocks. DQ, I thumbs up from a Motorola Star TAC flip phone. I mean, now, if everyone would find their old flip phones, I'd have 500 thumbs ups. I mean, it would be unbelievable. Adam, I'm just running around taking random people's phones while at Best Buy and turning on your channel and pressing the like button for you. Now, that's dedication, too. You got to train those sales staff guys to do that every day for me. That's absolutely what we got to do. We need every Best Buy in America to have every one of their phones in every one of their stores do thumbs ups for my shows. I'd have like 2,000 thumbs ups every day right off the get-go. That would be a real nice start. 173 viewers, 2,258 thumbs ups. Now that is performance. The YouTube analytics will go, what? What's going on with this guy? What is happening over there? That would be kind of cool. Sell my house fast enough for Marlboro. Non-material component of our business. There you go. DQ, Adam will start an Adam Bail Money Fund. Adam Bail Money Fund, right? Nick, Uncle Bruce, I am nibbling SoFi. How many do I have now? Can you guess? I'm going to guess you're pushing 185,000 shares. You're almost at 200,000. I'm guessing 185 and climbing. Flint Creek, Uncle Bruce, I made a special soap listing for the Bagel Gang on my website. It has links to your channel for all the confused shoppers. Soap is cashmere. It's under the gift heading. Sorry if this is a repeat. That's awesome. Thank you, everyone on this channel. That's the finest smelling YouTubers you've ever imagined. Coyote, 190K says Coyote. Nick, 172,000, average 636. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. SoFi's 488.5. ATIP 53.6. Tesla now 167.99. Apple 147.98, 147.97. GameStop 25.18. We are in the red on everything except ATIP. HPQ is down 33 cents to 29.14. DQ cashmere. I love it. Cashmere. I love smelling like cashmere. Yes. It's all good. Oh my gosh. So much fun. Giddy up. Anyway, there you go. British band called The Farm blocks McDonald's from using hit song in a Qatar World Cup ad. Is that how you say Qatar? Qatar, the country. Is it Qatar? 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 How do they like it? I don't know how they like their country's name. I always said Qatar. I always thought it was Qatar, but I don't know. I'm curious. I'm trying to be respectful. How do you say that country's name properly? Anyway, there you go. What else is going on here? Flint Creek, thank you. Coyote, not even going to bother doing the math there, laughing out loud. Qatar, Cutar, says Picon. It's Qatar. That's how you say Qatar. Qatar is Cutar, Qatar. DQ, Coyote, 1 million plus. Giddy up. All right. 64-point drop on the Dow. 53.6 on ATIP, up 1.1 cents. 167.85 on Tesla, down 12.34. 1234. That's what we're down right now. Apple down 334 to 147.94. GameStop is now 25.16. Not going anywhere quick, it looks like. SoFi 487.5, HPQ 29.09 down 39, Amazon down 188 to 92.26, Home Depot is up 3.94, Cisco down 13 cents, Pfizer down 8, Netflix down 3.50, IBM down 1.12, Microsoft is up 1.11, but Vanik down 3.94, Adobe down 9.91, Goldman up just a quarter, 25 cents, Google down 1.96, Boeing down 111, Moderna down 553, The old Facebook Meta platform's down another 235 to 109.70. Something tells me our friend Karim, his calls have got to be backing off for him. They've got to be coming down for him. Karim, are you around? How you doing on those Meta platform contracts of yours? Are you finally getting some justice here and getting your calls backing off for you? They should be. ME at 290 a share, down 9 cents. Rocket Lab is down 29.5 cents to 430. Matterport at 317, down 6. Smart Rent down a penny at 269. Spire down 3 cents at 130, right on the nose. And Sextera down 6 cents at 197. Royal Caribbean up 2 cents. Man, Bed Bath Beyond down 27. Carvana down 95. Robinhood down 36. BlackBerry down 15. Target down 529. JP Morgan down 82. Costco 78 cents lower. That's what we got. That's where we're at right there. Has anyone seen Kareem today? I haven't seen him around. Don't think Kareem's with us at the moment. Thank you all for being here and hanging out. Nick, I will soon be buying more SoFi once I cover my short on U.S. Steel. Hope you all shorted the U.S. when I told you to. Big comb, cut hair. Splair, the second time you mentioned it, it was right. Hawkeye, 113 checking in, and what a lovely check-in it is. Well, thank you so much for popping in here. Splair, so probably more like Qatar, DQ. Kutar rhymes with guitar. Oh man, Vivesh 112. I had to give a thumbs up to Uncle Bruce for not using the term third world when referring to developing countries. Thank you, Uncle B. Well, there you go. Countries under construction. How about that? Countries under construction in democracy and in physical assets. How about that? We're down 43 or 46 on the Dow now. 16-point drop on S&P. Nasdaq down 117. That's the deal here. 34-cent drop on oil at 79.74. That's where we got it at right now. We have this thumbs up meter showing 115 thumbs ups, 15 over that 100 barrier I love to get to. I love that. If any of you are interested in a one-on-one with me, you can book one this week on Thursday, on Thanksgiving Day, if you find that works for you, or Sunday. These are the 2 days this week I'm available, because Thursday I won't be on the air. We're closed. The markets are closed. So I'll do one-on-ones instead. And then Sunday, as usual, the one-on-ones. The times available are 10 in the morning Eastern, noon Eastern, and 2 in the afternoon Eastern. But I suspect that Thursday at 2, Beach Boy has already got his thumb in there. He'll confirm that with me later today. But let me know if you have an interest in a one-on-one. My link is down below. My email's down below. Let me know what you want to do, and we'll book you a time, and we'll get together. Yeah, we'll talk stock and options. We'll talk about getting rich. We'll talk about you changing your life forever and no longer being stuck in a cubicle and working for some unreasonable people. You're working for yourself and making more money than you could ever have made from your current employer, because they have no intention of ever paying you what you are really worth, especially any kind of a bonus over and above normal. I know a lot of you are in that boat, many of you. So why not take the ball in your hands, make unlimited money, and not have to ask anyone permission to do it? How about that? Thank you very much. Congratulations, all of you, for joining me here today. Thank you. Catch everyone later, says Bama Babe. You got it. The later, Bama Babe. Have a good one. We're down 35. We've got 11 minutes to go in the last stretch of the day. We're coming in the final countdown. 25.15, it looks like, on GameStop, down 245. SoFi 487.5, down 30 cents. Deals. What can I say? HPQ down 39 cents to 29.10. Something tells me all those contracts on Tesla, Apple, GameStop, SoFi, HPQ, all your options on those, your Amazon options, Cisco's, Pfizer's, IBM contracts, they're all down. They're all losing ground. Google, Boeing, Moderna, Meta, they're all backing off. every single contract is backing off, making it cheaper and cheaper and cheaper for you to consider a buyback when you're good and ready to. Profits are coming your way, option writers. Absolutely, today is a day for that. And it's only a 27-point drop on the down. That's it. It's not even a blow off. We got nothing yet. We haven't seen anything yet. Oh, this is going to be an interesting week. And next week, interesting week too. Whew. I'm getting all excited. I'm getting all giddy. Can't wait. Love to see my viewers get richer every single time. I had a couple of one-on-ones this weekend that were very, very enlightening, very enjoyable, and we did a lot of talking this weekend about the future, which does not include current employers. The future where the current employer is not part of said future. Matthew, number 115 thumbs ups. I've been loading up on ATIP, and I've been writing these January 23rd 2.5s using the money and buying more ATIP. How about that? Mirko bought back 20 covered calls on SoFi, these 550s for December 23. I sold 1.5 weeks ago for 49 cents. I sold these all at that time. I'm buying back between 19 and 20 bucks, 19 and 20 cents each. So it's not much, but I brought the average down 30 cents to 567 on 2,000 shares. So I made money, bought them back, took the money, bought more stock, dropped my average. Bingo, right there. Kareem, Uncle Bruce, hey, I started to come my way on that meta. I'm waiting for the flush to really get the juice up right on, but I knew I was hoping you were around. Yeah, I'm thinking that your options are now beginning to finally reflect some weakness here. The stock's 110, 15 down $1.90. 3 or 4 more days like this, you drop this to 105, and your calls are gonna just give it up. And of course, as each day goes by, this is a short week, so right on, pal. I don't remember exactly which ones you've got. I don't know what the strike price is, when they expire. But I know you were writing, was it 111s, 113s? You're in this neighborhood, aren't you? Way to go, buddy. That rollover you did, it's going to work for you. Nick, that's a ton of red for a nothing burger. Are the big markets waiting for the minutes release on Wednesday? What's going on? Yeah, we'll, more Fed news and a possible interest rate rise in December coming up. So, yeah, we'll wait for all this. Oh, my goodness. Meta, 110.19. Go down, go down, go down. We're down 27 on the down right now. And GameStop 25.10 dropped again, 25.10 on GameStop, the low of 24.86. So we're 24 cents away from the low on GameStop shares today. Very interesting day today. Really fascinating day. It's been red from the start, right from the start. It's been red, and we have not had a massive Dow or S&P 500 pullback. We've had a moderate, not even a 1% drop on Nasdaq. I mean, it's a nothing burger yet. I'm waiting for a real pullback here. Oh, so we'll see. We'll be here to watch it. It's what we do, and we do well. Cross your arms, enjoy the shrinkage. How about that? I was talking to a viewer the other day, and I was talking to a relative the other day about how as time goes by, you folks are building up your ability to write more and more and more contracts, and it gets more and more interesting because someone like Nick that is writing 1,100 contracts on a stock like SoFi, the contract drops 1 penny. That's $1 a contract. That's $1,100 in droppage. That's profit of 11. I mean, you got 1,100 contracts and it drops 1 penny. That's equal to $1 because a contract is 100 shares. When you folks get up to 100 contracts on certain stocks, you're going to start to really generate some serious money on 10-cent moves. I mean, they're really going to start coming your way because the price of a loaf of bread doesn't go up just because you make $1,000 a day. If you make $2,000 a day, $3,000 a day, the price of a loaf of bread is still just the same price as it was last week. And for everyone else, it's the same price. And so Yeah, interesting how these compounding returns come your way, especially you folks who have taken it upon yourselves to learn poor man covered call option writing. You have taken that project on, and you are beginning to figure out that you can add to your poor man covered call inventories every rollover of contracts. You start writing 25 contracts and pull in, a buck a contract is $2,500. You're picking up another in the money call, or you bring in 5 grand, you buy another one or two, depending on what stock you're talking about. And some of you guys are quickly adding deep in the money calls at a very fast rate to your portfolio and writing against them immediately. This is generating way more revenue than you were generating 6 months ago, 3 months ago. I'm pumped for you guys. I am stoked about this. Fantastic. Susan Shop's about. I am number 120 on the old thumbs up meter. Vivash got 100 shares of GameStop, 24.80, and I wrote a $5.20 January 2023 right off the get go. Nicely done. Untamed Viking. I'm already about to replace my paycheck. My 6 month quitting gold is just quick and continues growth. Giddy up. Financial mischief. The deep in the money GameStop calls I'd written 2 weeks ago are holding up the entire GME position. I'm up 3,100 on them so far. Brian, number 121 on thumbs up. See, the other thing we did talk about that I talked about a lot with my viewers lately on the Wednesday night show and on one-on-ones is the notion that you're sitting on 25 deep in the money calls on whatever stock it is. And the market that you hold those against, the stock goes up $8 in value and your calls go up 7, and you have 25 contracts that are $700 more valuable each. All of a sudden you're looking at $17,750 in gains, and you're going, whoa, this is pretty good. That sort of changes things. You're writing higher priced calls, you're always rolling up your calls, but your deep in the money calls are appreciating at an exponential rate. Because if you can buy a deep in the money call for, say, $2,500, and it goes up 1,000 in value, that's a 40% gain on your money. As opposed to buying stock that you're paying, $35 a share for, and it goes up $6 in value, that's 20%. But the option owner is a 40%. I mean, it's huge, and it changes things because you sell those deep in the money calls for and replace them with higher in the money calls, like higher priced calls, still in the money, but cheaper to you. You've just added more calls to your inventory and you're writing more calls. Whoa, a double win. The capital gain on the calls and writing more calls, all of a sudden, your income just went shooting up through the roof. You're not going to get that kind of raise at work. You think about it. If you write 10 calls now and you can write 11 calls next month, one more call, that's a 10% raise. That is a 10% raise in cash coming in. No matter what price you get for the call, it's 10% more than you would have gotten. You're not getting a 10% raise from your employer. And what if you can do this every 3 months? Every 3 months, you can add a call. So you go from 10 to 11, then to 12, then to 13, and then to 14. So you got 14 calls now, and you're running 14 at a time. That's a 40% increase in revenue to you from a year ago. And guess what? Writing 14 calls means you're going to buy the 15th call, not in 3 months, but probably 2 months. So now every 2 months, you're going to add a call. So next year, you're adding 6. You're at 20 now. That's another massive increase. And now at 20 calls at a time, you're buying a covered call, deep in the money call every month to add to that inventory. That's 12 more a year. You're accelerating your growth. It's exponentially growing your income. This is huge. Now those calls go up $10 each. Oh my God. You got 25 calls that went up $10 each in value. That's 25 G's. Hi there. How are you today? Are you enjoying the deep in the money call game with poor man covered calls? I would think so. Hector, Uncle Bruce, appreciation of long calls as possible during these rough waters over the next 2 years. I would think so. Nick, Uncle Bruce, I know you do not follow U.S. Steel, but I wanted to ask your take on it anyways. Why would this stock be green in a sea of red? I don't know. There's a million reasons, but I don't have it. I don't have the reason today. Gowdy, I really hope people take these lessons to heart. This is the path to financial freedom. There you go. You got to watch these classes, kids. Start at number 1. Hector, if you are buying at the 9010, oh yeah, definitely. Brian, freedom. Brian, Nick, that is a very familiar question, usually in terms of GameStop. Anyway, Larry has hit the bells, is taking us out of our misery. DQ, Nick, U.S. has no exposure to the energy issues in Europe. DQ, thank you, Larry Titus. And then JR, Larry, thanks for hitting the bells. We are done for the day with about a 44-point loss on the Dow Jones. Nothing serious. Down 14 on S&P, down 120 on NASDAQ. Oil down just 34 cents. ATIP ended up at 52.2, it looks like, although the last trades are still being filtered here, down 0.4 cents. Little shenanigans selling going on at the end. Doesn't matter. Tomorrow, just keep nibbling it up. It'll probably go to 60 tomorrow. Might go to 65. Tesla, 167, down 12.30. Apple, 148.01, down 3.28. GameStop, 25.16, losing 2.44 today. Every contract that you guys wrote on GameStop went down in value today. Every one of them. How about that? This channel's getting richer. SoFi down 31 cents to 487. HPQ 29.15 down 33 cents. Amazon down 168 to 92.46. Home Depot managed to hold on to a 3.97 gain. Cisco dropped 17 cents. Pfizer off 4. Netflix down 2.93. IBM lost 95 cents. Microsoft gained 83. Vanik lost 3.84 today. Adobe down 9.37. Goldman gained $1.09. Hung in there. Google lost 1.97. Boeing down 93 here. Moderna down 4.84. Meta down 2.19 to 109.86. All right, Kareem, way to go, buddy. ME down 9, Rocket Lab down 28, Matterport down 7, SmartRent down a half a penny, Spire down 2.5 cents, Cyxtera at 195 down 8. Royal Caribbean gained 4 cents. Bed Bath & Beyond, BBBY, down 27 cents to 3.11 a share. Carvana down $1 to 7.06. Robinhood down 34 to 8.85. BlackBerry down 15 cents to 4.61. Norwegian lost a quarter. Carnival down 16 cents. Target lost 4.85. JP Morgan down 75 cents. Costco down 30. Walmart up 94. Disney up 5.77 on Bob Iger coming back to the company day. 97.57. NVIDIA lost just 92 cents. American Airlines lost 20. AMC off 32 and Ape down 11. That's 43 cents combined they lost today. Snowflake down 5.06. DraftKings down 76 cents. Yeah, yuck. Can we say yuck? Coinbase is $41. 23 cents a share. The market cap on Coinbase now 10.8 billion. The high of Coinbase was 335, the all-time high. So that's 8 times. This company was once about a $100 billion company. It's now $10 billion. Coinbase has really taken a hit. Isn't that something, huh? Okay. Crypto, not good there. 45-point drop on the Dow. Looks like that's what we got going here. Let's see. What else is going on? Let's see. I bought my daily share of ATIP, says Flint Creek. DQ says, I wrote GameStop January 22.5 at the high this morning. 22.5. I'm up over 22% in one session because you wrote in the money calls on purpose at the highs. And when the stock backed off, wow, you're doing great. Susan shops about my SoFi holdings, 1,000 shares each in 2 Roth accounts, average cost $488 and 1,000 in the taxable account, $521. I got 3,000 total. Compared to others here, I feel like a baby. Right on, Sue. It's okay. It's all good. Brian, on my last covered call, I took the profits and I bought GameStop shares at $22.70. I wanted to buy back another cover call, so I sold those GameStop shares at $27.90, making profits from profits. Winner, chicken dinner. Well, how about this? Coyote says, Eisner. Untamed Viking says, at the rate we buy ATP, we'll all be making a living selling covered calls on it. Yeah, just think when ATIP is $20 a share, and you get $2 a share premium on all the shares of ATIP you have every month. You're making $2. Just think how much money you're making. Some of you have what 30,000 shares. You're going to make $60,000 a month. Some of you have 10,000 shares. You're going to make $20,000 a month. It's theoretical, but it's possible. Wouldn't that be something? Nick, I did not do good today. I only made $4,440. What a disaster! I mean, at this rate, he's only making 22,000 a week, barely 1.1 million a year. How's the guy supposed to get by in Blythe? How can you live in Blythe, California on a measly 1.1 million average returns? I don't know how he does it. This man is a god. He's a trooper, and he should be commended. I salute you, Nick, for hanging on. I was hoping for at least 20 grand today on my shorts, Coyote, SoFi, and GameStop calls I wrote Friday. We're up 20 to 30%. I closed out the SoFi calls when the stock was at $4.90. I think GameStop has more to drop. SoFi near all-time low. Lame duck, I am number under 129 for you, Bruce, today on that thumbs up meter. 129 came in here. Not bad at all, folks, considering we were, not even talking to 200 people here today. This is really great. 130 thumbs up have come in. Thank you all for helping out with this thumbs up meter for me. I do appreciate it. Keep those thumbs ups coming around. And we love you. If you're watching a rerun, hit the thumbs up button too. Fabulous. Folks, that's our show today. That's 3 shows today. The first thing in the morning show for Gold Bagel members only, the 8:30 Eastern time show, and now this show. Thank you all for hanging out with yours truly. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a great evening. I'm going to get ready for 2 more live shows, but over on my other channel, Traveling with Bruce, 7 o'clock Eastern for my channel members over there, and 8 o'clock Eastern for the big show over there. You got nothing else to do, join us. Come on by, say hi. I'd love to have you. Thank you all. DH, Nick S., did you short SoFi today? Matthew, have a good day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. John Anderson, thanks, everybody. Nick, no, I don't short the SoFi. He buys SoFi. He goes along and keeps acquiring it, taking loose stock off the street. This channel is a giant vacuum cleaner, making stock disappear, especially today, ATIP. We made some ATIP disappear today from circulation. 572,000 shares traded today on ATIP. Last trade, 52.2 cents. And we'll see how we start tomorrow. If you guys got any loose dollars lying around, pick up some cheap ATIP, put it away. It is super, super discounted, and I think it's way overshorted right now. My hunch. But folks, have a great evening. Join me here tomorrow. Thank you again to those of you contributing to the Anti-Gen Hip Replacement Surgery Foundation. In other words, those PayPal donations you're making. Thank you, and thank you. Congratulations to those of you who are making money today on your calls that you've written, because today a lot of stocks dropped off. Now let's see what happens tomorrow, and we'll play it again for Tuesday. Have a pleasant evening, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Stay well, stay healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.